My name is Clyde Thomson. I'm currently the Executive Director of the Royal Flying Dot Service South East Section, and I've been working for the Flying Dot Service for 26 years, and I enjoy the role because we're such a valuable part of remote Australia. My career began with the Flying Doctor basically from the age of 8 when I met Fred McKay, who was the person who replaced John Flynn when I lived in a small outback town in South Australia, which is called William Creek. And when I became a pilot and began to look for a career in aviation, Fred was very enthusiastic about me coming and joining the Flying Dot Service in Broken Hill, which I agreed to do for 2 years, and that's 24 years ago. I joined the Flying Dot Service as a pilot, a very junior pilot, and I then progressed to the position of Chief Pilot, then to Operations Manager, and then following that to Executive Director to the position I hold today. I think what I have to do is to take the Flying Dot Service to the next step of its development, which is to then embody a full primary health service along with its emergency services and clinical services, so we can then address some of the chronic diseases, particularly in indigenous communities, and also we need to provide a broader range of services to people who live and travel in the outback. One of the issues that people don't realise that we don't have very many dental services in the outback, and we don't have too many primary health services. So what happens then is that then puts the weight on our emergency services, because people then develop a chronic illness or a chronic disease which requires evacuation, and we should be really addressing these issues well before they become to the stage of requiring an evacuation by the service. Well, the RFDS means to me is an ability to make a contribution to the health and well-being of people in the outback, and you get a great deal of satisfaction in knowing that some of the things you do every day helps to ease the burden of people who are isolated.